Yo, what up, y'all? This your homeboy Killer K from the Wrestling Cafe. And I got my homeboy with me, Big Southern. What up, dog?
What's going on, my brother?
As you know, Hell in a Cell is this weekend. You know, us procrastinators, man, we're here to drop you something. And that something is the predictions for Hell in a Cell 2018. But before we jump into the card and make our predictions, bro, I'm gonna ask you, man, how you feeling about this card? Are you looking forward to it? Is it just another throwaway pay-per-view, man? What do you think, bro?
I think it's pretty much it's nothing to jump up and down about. I can tell you that now. I think it's just another throwaway. You may as well say. I mean, I don't know. Now there are some matches that I'd like to see, but the rest of them, you know, they pretty much could have kept it. Like pretty much, like I've heard you say before, glorified house show. That's all I can say. With just special stipulations on a couple matches being the ones that's going to be actually in the cell. And I honestly think that when you talk about Hell in the Cell, I don't know if you remember how TNA Impact Now, they used to do that Lethal Lockdown, and they used to have all the matches in the cage.
Yep.
I just honestly think that if you're talking about Hell in the Cell, I honestly think that all the matches should be in a Hell in the Cell. That's what that's how I feel about it. Now, some people think differently. Some people think that just maybe 2 or 3 matches should be in the Hell in the Cell or whatever, but I think that all of them should be. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking a little too much or whatever, but that's just how I think. If you're going to call the pay-per-view Hell in the Cell, it should be Hell in the Cell.
Yeah, I mean, that argument can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it would be nice to have every single match, you know, take place in the cage, but obviously, you know, with the women involved, I don't think. Well, they did it before. Right?
Yeah, I was about to say, women did. Charlotte and Sasha did Hell in the Cell already. So, and then
is they gotta make it more realistic. Dude. You're gonna smash someone's face in the cage, man. They gotta draw blood. I understand.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, but they haven't really done that in a long time, though. You know, they haven't, you know, had any blood. Because I remember back in the day, man, those cage matches / Hell in the Cell / what's that other match that they do? The Elimination Chamber. Those used to be brutal matches. You know, they definitely, even if it was by accident, drew blood. But now, this PG era, you know, I think this PG era really is taken away from a lot of stuff. I understand why they are doing the PG era because of their sponsors and stuff like that. And, you know, you got to keep your sponsors happy. So, because that's where a bulk of your money is coming from. So,
speaking of keeping your sponsors happy, y'all can keep us happy by liking us on Facebook.com Wrestling Cafe, following us on Twitter, follow the show on Twitter at the Wrestling Cafe, and my homeboy at Big Southern. And bookmark this YouTube page here. We're doing this for our YouTube page, and so spread it, share it, all that good stuff. But let's jump into the card, man.
Yes.
2018 Hell in a Cell, man. What we got here, we're going to start off with the pre-show. The New Day versus Rusev Day. I'm just going to be real quick about this, man. 5-time tag team champions. Too soon for them to lose it, man. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Rusev, it's all about the story, you know, when is English going to turn on Rusev, and this might be the jump off point right here, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because, you know, it's been pretty much looking that way for a little bit, and I'm just ready to see that killer Rusev, man. You know, I just think that they have taken away from Rusev so much, man. I understand that the crowd loved the Rusev Day thing or whatever the case may be. His merch has been selling like crazy because of the Rusev Day thing. But I honestly, I know that even if Rusev goes back to, you know, being that beast that he once was, man, people are still going to be behind him, especially with, you know, having Lana with him again. But, you know, being that Lana has started talking plain, she would not be able to go back to that damn Russian bullshit, you know, because I mean, they'd be like, damn, bitch, do you have multiple personalities or something? So I don't know, but I'm thinking that New Day is absolutely going to retain.
The next one we got here is Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. First of all, before we call out our predictions here, what did you think about the feud, man? The build up to this.
I think it was kind of weak. I think it could have been a lot better, but I mean, who are we? You know,
well,
I think that
he's working within the guidelines that he's allowed to work. Him pulling on the dude's earlobe, you know what I'm saying? Wiping off his face paint. I mean, is that the best they can do? I mean, again, going back to that PG shit, man, there's only so much you can do. I mean, I think the character, what he's going for, you know, I think it was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't like Jeff Hardy. He doesn't like the fact that the fans like him, so he's going to get rid of him, blah, 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 blah. I mean, if you really suspend belief for just a tad bit, you know, I think it's fine. I think the story was good, but, as it pertains to my prediction, I really think because Jeff Hardy is going to do some psychotic, crazy ass move in the cell, and it's going to cost him the match, and he's going to get written off TV so he can rest up and, you know, rest his nagging injuries and stuff like that. So I'm calling Randy Orton for that one.
Absolutely, I'm with you on that one. I'm calling absolute my boy, the Viper, Randy Orton.
And I would love to see him go after AJ or the heavyweight championship match or title later on this year.
Yeah.
The Shield.
Now that, but we know that, I'm thinking, well, I don't want to get ahead. That's if AJ is even still the champion, but we'll see.
Either way, though, I mean, Randy versus.
But yeah. But I'm just saying, if he decides to go after the championship or whatever. But either way, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I would love to see either match, man. You know, Joe versus Orton or Joe versus Styles. But we'll talk about that at a later date. Let's see what else we got. The Shield brothers, 2/3 of the Shield, Seth and Dean Ambrose against Ziggles, Dolph Ziggler, and the guy name I always forget.
Drew McIntyre.
So before we get into predictions, what did you think, dude, about what's been going on with the Shield lately?
Honestly, man, a lot of people are excited about the Shield, but I'm not feeling it, man. I'm just not feeling it personally, and it's because it makes no sense to me. Like, okay, okay, let me explain to you what I'm saying. All right, so you know how Braun Strowman came out there to cash in, right?
Right.
And when he came out there to cash in, the Shield came out there. And the Shield, they were the ones who started the bullshit. They were the ones who pretty much looked like the heels in this situation. Because they came out there and they jumped Braun Strowman, put him through the table, and the next week, Braun Strowman was like, okay, bitch, I got your number. You know, he basically turned on Reigns in that match when they were going against who was that they were going against? I think it was Drew and it was Drew McIntyre and what you call I believe. And they started making Braun look like the heel. And I know why they doing this. They doing this to basically try to get cheers for Reigns, to try to make him look like a face. But with them jumping Braun Strowman, that was a heel move. So that's what that was confusing. That's all. But I'm kind of burnt out on this Shield shit right now, man. They're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to do something better with that, to me, in my opinion. But I know a lot of other people are enjoying it.
Last year when they regrouped, okay, I wasn't excited about it. This year, same thing. I'm excited about it. Because you and I, like you were just saying, it's all about getting Roman, protecting Roman, and getting him cheers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to understand, they're not cheering Roman. They're cheering the other two dudes.
Right. Right.
Just like when this past Monday, when Roman came down after Strowman called him out, they didn't cheer him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we get it. We're beating a dead horse, man. But
for real,
they should have just left it alone. I guess they're trying to do possibly a triple threat. But what I don't like about this tag team match is it seems like the Intercontinental Championship just got shoved aside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They forgot. Oh shit! This guy has an IC title, but we already booked him in a tag team match. But I think though overall, I think the story that they're trying to tell here is the slow burn up to Dean Ambrose heel turn.
Yeah, I was telling a friend of mine the other day, man. I said, I honestly think that how Seth was the one who turned on the Shield the first time, and I told her, I said, I think that Dean is going to be the next turncoat. I really think so, and I think he's gonna just probably be like, ever since I came back, or ever since I've been gone, or whatever the case may be, all I've been doing is trying to please you guys, and I'm taken away from my legacy, or whatever the case may be, and I'm tired of it, whatever, and he just bomb on both of their asses. That's what I want to see. I want to see a heel Dean, man.
Just as a side note, though, I just thought about this, and I wonder how Renee would react on commentary. If her husband went heel, you know what I mean?
I think. You know what? I wonder too. I wonder if she would react to it and be like, "Yeah, or be biased."
Yeah,
you already know.
Just be a heel announcer. For those that don't know,
yeah,
Renee just started full time on the Raw broadcast team this past week.
But let's do a little short something on that. What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome, really. Because
me too. I do too.
Hearing her in the backstage with the interviews and then talking smack, and then all the shows she's done in the past with that company, dude. I've always scratched my head. I'm like, even way before this women's revolution shit, dude. It's like, why are we not having her on the commentary? You know what I'm saying, for Raw or SmackDown? I mean, she knows the business. You know what I mean?
So do you know that she originally was supposed to be doing that?
Oh no,
that's what she actually came to do, the commentary, but they stuck her with the backstage stuff. And now, girl, let me tell you something. There's nobody in that company, in my opinion, right now. There's some up and comers, but there's nobody on Renee Young's on her level. I'm talking about as far as the females go. Now, that girl Charlie Caruso, she's good, and she's really good. But Renee just got it going on, man. She's just really, she basically just quick with it. She's she can just keep a conversation going, and it's just, to me, I love it. I hate that. I don't know if you heard about I don't know what podcast I heard this on, but they were she was talking about the WWE they made her go to some kind of class to try to get her Canadian accent out. And I think that sucks because I want to hear her talk. Just talk natural because she's good.
Canadian accent, you know, and maybe I'm not in tune like everybody else, but I don't really hear it. I hear it every now and then, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's not something I pay attention to.
Exactly, man.
Now I'm gonna pay attention to it. But yeah, I mean, have you seen that video? I mean, I haven't watched it yet, but it's all over the internet about her audition by 2012.
No, I didn't see that. I saw the video, but I didn't click on it yet.
Yeah, I saw the headline, but I didn't click on it either.
Right.
I'm just really glad, you know, now they need a female referee. But then again,
now they actually do have female referees, man, and they actually are doing an NXT, and that's one of the things that I was talking about as far as this Evolution thing coming up. I'm wondering if they are going to actually use the female referees.
That would make sense. I mean, somebody has to take it. I mean, there's always a referee bump in one match.
And then, you know, on that Mae Young Classic, they had female referee doing it.
Yeah, I have
this one that they doing this current one.
As much as I love wrestling, man, there's just too much content that I just can't keep up. Like,
yeah,
you got other shit going on. So
yep, I feel you, dog.
So back to Hell in a Cell, folks. Charlotte and Becky Lynch, man. What do you think about that, man? And the prediction.
Okay, so you know, as far as the storyline goes, it it wasn't what the WWE thought it was going to be. You know, they thought they were going to be able to have Becky to come out as a heel or whatever, but the crowd started cheering her, which wasn't no surprise to me, you know, because that's Becky Lynch, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't about to boo Becky. Come on, man. You know, and I think that, and then I think, you know, because I remember I said, I was like, you know what? I said, that don't necessarily mean that she's a heel. That just means that, you know, she was just tired of being looked over or whatever the case may be. And she, you know, which that's not a heel move. You know, that's just a natural emotion, you know, and basically that's how the WWE is trying to spin it off now. You know, they're trying to spin it off like she's just tired of being basically looked at as second best to Charlotte and everything. Since they saw that their heel angle wasn't going to work with Becky. The crowd wasn't going for it because the crowd was booing Charlotte.
Yeah, and the cheers are not as loud as they once were. You know what I mean? I'm noticing that it's kind of quiet. Then again, you know, the attendance at these shows are kind of low too. I mean,
yeah,
the people are going to the events anymore. It'd be interesting to see how my hometown responds to SmackDown when they come October 1st. I got 4th row tickets, bitches, and I'm hoping to touch somebody when they come down there.
Man, boy, I wish I could be by touch Charlotte. Anyway,
yeah, so I'm not, you know, Charlotte, dude. She just won the championship. Unless they do it like a Sasha and Charlotte thing, you know, they could do a trade off like for 3-4 pay-per-views or whatever. But that's gonna be boring real quick, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just don't see them. If Becky wins it, now I'm thinking that Becky they'll probably wait until that Evolution pay-per-view to have Becky to actually win it. I'm thinking that Charlotte is going to retain right now. I think she's going to retain.
Quick apologies for the noise there, folks. We're doing this late night. So you never know. Like the old saying goes, the freaks come out at night. So
exactly.
But I'm calling Charlotte, you know, hook up by crook. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's gonna beat her. I'd be surprised if she beats her with the figure 8. I think she's gonna like pull the tights or something. You know what I mean?
She's gonna barely pull it off. No, I don't think it's going to be a clean win.
I just think it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they wait till Evolution? Well, that would make sense. Because she was the first SmackDown Women's Champion.
Right.
It would make sense for her to win that championship.
And I think it'll be a little more special because of it being that all women's pay-per-view. And, you know, she won the title at the very first all women's pay-per-view. You know, that makes sense to me.
But, you know, Charlotte, according to Vince and company, she's higher on the pecking order. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I'm calling Charlotte for this. It's too soon.
Yeah, but although her being high on the pecking order, that would still help Becky. That helped Becky that she beat her.
Yeah. As fans, we want Becky to win, but we know Charlotte's going to take it.
Yep.
And see, we got a mixed tag match. Daniel Bryan, Brie, Bella. That's kind of weird though. Real quick though. Okay, so they're a married. They're a married couple. So why are they still saying Brie, Bella, and Daniel Bryan? Well, don't married people get the same names? Don't you and your wife get the same last name?
Yep. But I think that they doing that just because of the thing with that's how they were known. You know, when they first came in, and that's the name that gives them their star power, because you know they still calling Nikki and Brie the Bella twins. So
yeah, Brie Danielson sounds a lot better though.
Right.
So considering that the heels got Wally-Wopped on SmackDown before the Go Home show, well, it was back and forth. They didn't really get Wally-Wopped. They did the whole heel retreating in the ring shit. But I'm gonna have to say Daniel and Brie's gonna win it. But after the match, Mary C and the Miz, they're gonna bomb on the Danielsons, and then that's gonna set up Brie and Mary C at Evolution.
Yeah, I see Daniel and Brie winning it.
Can you believe that though? This past week, they were advertising their main event to be Brie versus.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Man, that wouldn't. That would no offense to those two ladies, man. That was like more of a dark. What they call it? The match that they had before the cameras roll, dark show match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dark match. Yeah.
Dark match. What we got next? Let me see. I'm going off memory here, folks. Let's do this one. Samoa Joe against AJ Styles.
Yes, sir.
I'm enjoying between the two heavyweight champion brands. This program I'm enjoying more because it seems more personal. I don't know.
That's what I was about to ask. I don't know either.
Because it would make more sense for a person.
Yeah.
Of course, the story is all about Styles keeping his emotions. And long story short, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to say Styles retain it because I keep going back to what you said. I think it was on our SummerSlam preview podcast.
Talk about the game.
Yeah, it's all about the game and how you play it, right?
Yeah.
Why would they take it off him before the game comes?
I don't think it would change the fact that, he's still the man as far as the game goes, but I don't know. I just don't think that they're going to take it off of him before then.
If you think about it, man, he's the only guy at the show this weekend that has held the title the longest. Everybody else, right? You want to won their titles like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I see him dropping it sometime, and I think I see him dropping in Survivor Series or TLC or whatever the fuck they got going on in December. But
yeah, before this year's out. I'd be shocked if he goes into next year with it.
Unless they're trying to, because that's the same title that CM Punk held, right?
Yep.
Unless they're trying
same one. But you already know they pretty much kind of made it look like Brock beat CM Punk's record, but it wasn't with the same title, though. That's what didn't make no sense to me.
Yeah, he's the longest Universal Champion of all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess, WWE must think we're dumb or something.
That's what I'd be thinking.
But we all know the truth. So I think AJ is gonna try to break. They're gonna try to break that dude's record. And speaking of breaking stuff, Ronda Rousey against
Alexa Bliss.
Bliss.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they at least let Bliss get a little bit of some dirty shit in there. You know, kind of don't make it all one-sided. I understand what they are trying to do, but at least let Bliss get something in there before she taps out.
Yeah, the one, speaking of, letting Bliss get her licks in, this past week on Raw when they had that tag match, surprised that they let her, or they had her, her as in Rousey show vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? Like her ribs were hurting. She was actually selling. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
It's kind of like that whole Undertaker shit. For the first like 8 years, the dude you couldn't hurt him. You hit him with a chair, he just sits up. After a while, he started showing vulnerability, meaning like, oh, you can hurt the guy, but you just can't keep him down. And that's going to get old real quick. I mean, they should learn from that Brock stuff. For since 2014, he was unstoppable. But I think the story is going to be is, hey, Bliss, she's better prepared now. And, I think she's going to get some offense in, but not a lot. But
yeah,
Rousey's going to take.
That's all that I ask. That's all that I ask, because they let her just get some.
All right, what we got coming up next, man? That's all I got.
Well, the last match is on the card that I have is Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman, with Mick Foley being the special guest referee.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. What is the fucking point of having Foley in that?
I don't know, man. I have no. I'm thinking for ticket sale. That's what I'm thinking, because a lot of people still like Mick Foley, and they probably gonna think that Mick is gonna do something, or whatever. I don't know. I do not know. So it kind of confused me.
I'm just thinking it has something to do with Roman. Like maybe they don't want the crowd to shit all over the match. I don't know. I know what I.
That's probably what it is too.
It's kind of like that whole Stone Cold back in WrestleMania 20, that Stone Cold Goldberg Brock Lesnar thing. The crowd shit all over the match because they knew that those two dudes were leaving, so they had Stone Cold in there, to keep the crowd alive. But I mean, do you really think he's there to take a bump, off the cage? You know what I'm saying?
I doubt that. I truly doubt that. I don't, because Mick Foley can't do no more wrestling. He had to give it up because of multiple injuries and stuff. And I doubt he's going to try to take a bump, any kind of bump.
Yeah, the dude's in his 50s, man. He would be beyond insane if he took a bump off the cell. But I would have to assume that there's going to be some interaction. Who knows? He might take a power slam from Strowman, and Strowman, of course,
they'd have to really protect him.
I mean, because he did the same thing with Kurt earlier this year. He power slammed Kurt.
Yeah, but Kurt could take it.
Yeah, but yeah, let's just keep it quick. Roman Reigns is going to retain, and
that's what I'm thinking is going to happen too. Yep.
It would be nice if Strowman won the title, because think about it, bro. September. Okay, was there a pay-per-view in September? I can't keep track of all this shit anymore. After SummerSlam. Okay, no.
It's September now. So the Hell in the Cell is for September.
Oh yeah, I'm stupid. All right, guys.
And then
last year, fucking Hell in the Cell was in October, so I had that in my brain.
Yeah.
So Braun Strowman lost 2 years in a row challenging for the championship.
Yeah.
Last year, I don't know what they call it. Hell in the Cell again?
I think it was it that? No, that was Samoa Joe and Brock.
Yeah, that was that Great Balls.
Yeah. And after that, the Great Balls of Fire thing, I think was when Strowman got his match, and he lost.
After the Great Balls of Fire, it was SummerSlam. That's when they had that 5-way or 4-way, whatever.
Oh, okay. And I think Strowman got it. I don't remember, man, but I just know that this is the second year in a row now that Strowman is going to lose.
Yeah, see, Strowman had to take a back seat for his title run because of Brock. Now he has to take a backseat because of Roman. So
I'm wondering what was the point of them even letting him win the Money in the Bank. What was the point?
That's a good question, because I was reading other reviews earlier. People think that, hey, heels lie. It could be a screw job on Corbin's part and Stephanie's part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since he's a heel and he says he's gonna, cash in at blah 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 blah. I don't know. Some people have that theory that there might be a screw job. I don't.
But he basically done cashed it in because he gave the briefcase to what's his name, Corbin.
But also Corbin's a heel though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think we're thinking too much about this, bro. I think it's just because Roman just won the damn title. So
yeah, I don't see him dropping it this quick.
And this is his fourth reign, isn't it? Fifth reign already in 2 years?
Something like that.
Man, I mean, between him and Charlotte, bro, they got a lot of title reigns between each other. I mean, Charlotte's already a 7 times women's champion.
Yeah, but I can honestly say that Charlotte deserves it better, more than him. But anyway,
man, I might get some hate on this, man, but she deserved more. She deserved it more than Trish. You know what I'm saying? How Trish is 7 times.
Hell yeah. Anybody give you hate on that, boy, they could come talk to me too, because I agree with you. Shit, yeah.
Because Charlotte came out blazing straight out the gate.
Hell yeah. And Charlotte is more of a legitimate wrestler than Trish. I love Trish to death. Trish did learn quick or whatever. She had her moments and everything, but she ain't got shit on Charlotte. Mm-mm. No. She ain't had shit on Lita. She didn't have a damn thing on Lita.
And speaking of the Flairs, as of this recording, 2 days ago, Ric Flair, her father, at first everybody thought he got married to his longtime, or to, I think she used to be a Nitro girl, Fifi. But it turned out that it was just a commitment ceremony. It wasn't. Did you hear about that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was this past Wednesday.
Okay, I thought, because I did hear something about Flair got married for the 5th time.
Yeah, but it was, Undertaker was there, Dolph Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler was there, and a bunch of people. There's a video posted on, like a 20-second video ceremony, but it was just a commitment ceremony, and so all the jokes were coming out the woodwork if he got married for the 5th time. I've been married once, that's enough, man. So I'm a bachelor for life.
I feel you on that, boy.
And we hope you guys feel Hell in a Cell this weekend. If you're disappointed, don't bitch about it because it's only $9.95.
Yeah, it ain't our fault.
But before we split, which match are you looking forward to the most,
man? To be honest with you, man, there's a couple that I'm looking forward to watching, and that is well, I should say 3 that I'm looking forward to watching, and that's the women, and that's AJ and Joe. Those are the 3 matches that I'm really looking forward to more than anything else.
I'm with AJ. I'm excited to see that match again. I mean, I can watch those 2 fight all day.
Yep.
They've been around each other for like a better part of 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yep. And they know each other really good, and it's just I think it's gonna be a really good match, man.
And Charlotte and Lynch, I'm looking forward to that, and that's about it.
So I'm wondering if they're going to add any more matches to this card, because I mean they haven't announced anything, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, if they do, it could be Lashley against Owen.
Kevin Owen.
That just came out of nowhere, man. I think they should give it more time to build. You know what I mean?
And then they had I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with Shinsuke, because Shinsuke is a title holder and he don't have a match that we know of.
And there's rumors going out there saying that after his contract runs out in January, he's bolting back to New Japan, is what I heard.
Yeah, but he debunked that and said that that's not true. He said he's not going anywhere. He was happy with, he said he's already gotten his family out of Japan and he didn't do that for no reason.
Huge lie though, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's, I don't think he was doing that as a,
I'm just saying,
what's called? I feel you.
So yeah, guys, that's all we got. You know, we hope you enjoy the pay-per-view this weekend, and don't forget to tweet the show. Tweet us at the Wrestling Cafe. Tweet Big Southern at Big Southern, and bookmark our YouTube page. Subscribe to it. Share, like it, leave comments. Hell yeah. And a lot of shit's going down in the Killer Cape Palace and over there with Big Southern. We'll see. Hit you guys back up with another YouTube special. But for now, thank you for joining us and enjoy the show. Peace.